Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great week. I know I'm excited. My wife is right now driving all three of our kids over to my father-in-law's place where they're going to spend the night. So we get to hang out tonight, me and Tammy. No kids, get to go down to the beach, go to White Rock, hang out, have a little bit of a date night. So I'm real excited about that. I didn't think I was actually going to have enough time to shoot a video. The day kind of got away on me, but then I realized I already crossed that bridge because I made a post earlier today where I said I was going to make one this afternoon. So trying to get one in really quick. So I wanted to just follow up with you guys on, like I said, the post that I made earlier. I've been doing a little bit of thinking this week, and I've been trying to get a little bit better at the process of thinking and working thoughts a little bit further along. It's easy to think a thought. We all do it, 50 to 70,000 of them a day. So that's the easy part. The hard part is actually taking a good thought. Those things that strike us at a given moment, or you hear them and they make sense to you, is taking something like that and capturing it is important, writing it down, because like I said, oftentimes as much as I think my mind is a steel trap, it's not. And if I don't write something down 10 seconds later, I forgot about it, and now I'm trying to remember it later in the day and I just can't. So it's important to capture it, but then also to work it through and spend some more time thinking about those thoughts and dedicating time trying to develop them. And that's what I've been doing this week. Is I mentioned that earlier in the week I had written down 3 words in the journal that were kind of sticking with me that I was thinking about. And they were success, fulfillment, and significance. And I just had on a blank piece of paper, I just had those 3 words. And throughout the course of the week, I've been trying to spend some more time thinking about those different things and developing some thoughts around them and trying to connect them in my head. I was thinking about them, but I didn't necessarily know exactly what the connection was there. And then I woke up this morning and I ran to my office to quickly write, because all of a sudden, in the thinking I've been doing, they were connected for me. And what I wrote this morning, and I mentioned this in the post, was that I wrote that success is fulfillment of purpose for significance. And that was the connection. Suddenly it made sense. That was the connection of those 3 words for me, was actually defining success. And from a definition of success, I thought, well, once we have that in place and we're all on the same page in terms of what we're talking about when we're talking about with success, then we can actually go a step further and figure out, okay, how do I achieve that? And then, like I said, I did some more thinking and I came up with 4 steps, 4 things that you can practically do to work towards achieving that definition of success. And I wanted to have a definition that made a little bit more sense, one that wasn't quite so superficial, because for a long time for me, I thought success was just getting a lot of stuff. But the more I looked around at people that had a lot of stuff, the fulfillment aspect of that seemed to be missing, and they were still chasing after that. So I think this definition of success being fulfillment of your purpose for significance, so that you can have an impact in what you're doing, is really important. So here are the 4 things. Grab a pen and a paper if you can. Pause the video if you need to. Run and get it, because like I said, if you hear it and you like it, you're going to forget about it real quick if you don't write it down. So it's good practice to start writing things down. So pause the video, grab a pen, and write these 4 things down. The first thing is, what is it that you're passionate about? Please, please, whatever you're doing in life, whatever you're doing with your full-time job or your spare time, whatever you're working towards, make sure that it's something that you're passionate about. This life is too short to waste time on things that don't interest you, on things that bore you, on things that make life feel like a grind. So number 1 is do what you're passionate about. It may be that you can't do that full time right now. You have a family, you have kids. You can't just think, well, what am I passionate about? What does that mean in terms of a job? And then switch and go do that. Practically, that doesn't work a lot of the time. But you do have evenings, you do have weekends, you have that extra time where you can be working towards developing your passions and the things that you're passionate about, the unique gifts and abilities that you have. Focus on those things. So be doing something that you're passionate about. That's the first thing. The second thing, number 2, is be you. Be authentic. That's what people are looking for. Nobody's looking for a replica of somebody else, because you'll never be able to do it as well as that person that you're trying to copy. And really, at the end of the day, the most important aspect of that is that you are your own advantage. Nobody can be you the way that you are. Nobody's had the experiences that you've had that make you uniquely you and take your message to the world in a way that only you can. So being you is so important. those things that you think are quirky about you that you need to tone down, or maybe people have said, hey, don't do that so much, and that sort of thing. I mean, be smart. Don't go out and be crazy and wild and conduct yourself in a way that is not becoming of someone in whatever profession that you're in, but be you. Take advantage of those things that people recognize about you. If you're funny, be funny. If you're good with people and communicating, do that. Don't try and copy somebody else. Just be you. That's number 2. Number 3 is invest in yourself. So oftentimes we invest in other things, and even things like giving and charitable donations and that sort of thing. That is great, and a lot of people have a rule where they'll take 10% of what they make and they'll give, and giving is great. And I love what John Maxwell said. Giving is great because it gives you a sense of feeling significant. But personal development is even better because it actually makes you significant. When you invest in yourself, you're making yourself more significant. You're giving yourself skills that make you more valuable and allow you to then chase after your passions in a way that is going to get you noticed. So that's number 3, is invest in yourself. And really make sure that you invest in your strengths. There's a lot of people that say, be balanced across the board, be a jack of all trades, be kind of good at everything. I would say no. If you think of yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 and you've got a strength and you'd say that you're a 6, invest the time in taking yourself to an 8 rather than looking at something you're not so good at and you're a 2 and taking yourself to a 4. Because being a 4 in that one particular thing is not going to make you stand out. But going from 6 to 8 in another thing, that's going to get you noticed. So invest in your strengths. The 4th thing, sometimes it seems like the easiest thing to do, other times it seems like the hardest, is smile. When you're going about during your day, smile at people. Sometimes you can do it as an exercise. You hear people say all the time, just smile and see what you get back. But smiling does so much more. It expresses confidence. And when you're confident, you're just going to find that more opportunities come your way. The other thing is it's more attractive. A smiling person that looks like they're filled with joy and is actually filled with joy is more attractive to other people. So number 1 is, what are you passionate about? Do that. Number 2 is, be you. Don't try and be anything else. Be the authentic you. Number 3, invest in yourself. Make yourself significant. Go beyond feeling significant. Make yourself significant. Number 4 is smile. I'm going to give you one extra little tip here. This is unrelated to the list of 4, but I'm going to give you guys one more thing. Now, this is a little bit of a tip for making videos like this. Maybe the thing that you want to do, the thing you're passionate about, maybe you can do like a video blog or something. If you like CrossFit or you like wine or this or that, do a commentary. Be you and verbalize that interest. That's another important part about expressing what you're passionate about, is actually verbalizing it to people. So if you're doing videos or something like that, here's a little tip, and it's also maybe a bit of an illustration for one of my points. If you find yourself in a hurry and you want to put a video together really quick and you're thinking, man, I gotta look good, I gotta look the part so people will look at me and I look professional and they'll respect what I have to say. I just don't have the time to go get a suit, get all dressed up and get ready so that I look professional for a video. Well, here's what I do. If I'm in a hurry, just throw on a dress shirt, sandals and boxers. Now I can take this off. I know you're thinking, I'm going out with my wife. I got to try and impress my wife and look good. I'm sorry, it's 30 degrees. It's too hot to be in this all day. So throw it on for the video and then take it off. This is also an illustration of be you. Be the authentic you. This right here probably describes me a whole lot better than me standing around in a suit. So this is me being the authentic me. So it's an illustration. That one's a freebie, guys. Take it, do with it what you will. I don't necessarily want to see a bunch of videos of people walking around with their pants off and that coming back on me, because that might not be a good thing either. But just trying to express a little bit of a point here. So take that, guys. I hope you found some value in it. If you wrote that down, go over it. You'll find that when you go over things a few times, you'll get more out of it every time. Have a great weekend, you guys. Look forward to talking to you again.